So in this video, we are going to be going over our SVG animations. We have this one on the About page. We've got this one. Oh, and this one. There's this one over here, but yeah, these words don't really count. They're just like rainbow text. And aside from that, we also have our flashing SVG animations, which is just these three. So we'll be covering those in this video. Okay, so we can start by going ahead and getting in our pages for our M4A section. And yeah, we have, our About section that we can model it after. So got nothing in here. New folder. Oh, let's see. Maybe we can just copy what's in these and work from there. There's nothing really new to learn here, so I'm going to just speed it up. So the rest of this should be the same. Just get rid of this stuff, and then we can just look at our About pages and our M4A pages. Under the menu, pages is already here. We got our About pages. Do this similar. Our content need navigation, and we need our other pages. So need this other stuff. Okay. Okay, the Treasury. Markets. Don't need the thematic claims in queue. Fast claims. Add our pages. Almost there. Two more. 22. Heal and map claims. Okay, what are you complaining about? Treasures as treasury.vue. I have an about in there. Where? Okay, all these should be in 4K. Saying, okay, and here, got abouts in here, we gotta get rid, and all of these are not 110s. Oh, they are all in 110. Okay. Okay, cool. And yeah, I had noticed that this had become not centered, but an overview. Those also have an overview. Okay, we got some pages now. Cool. Okay, we'll have to do some quickly just, let's see. We have here exactly. It's operating system select, is it? Operating system select, framework select, framework select, and a language select. That way it'll at least look right. Guess for now we'll just uh, mm, simple about these. Flying to markets. Treasury. Okay. Universal care road. Math was it? Okay. Okay, so we at least have a foundation to put our SVGs. This won't be here, but yeah, we'll go back to the about page and fix that. Because I can go ahead and remove that as well. Overview. Array over here, and no banners here. Okay, so the first SVG that we'll work on is the one on our about page. Recall in the last video, notice that this is, how the fuck did this happen? Okay, well, we notice that it's not centered, so we can just go ahead and center it. The easy way to do that is just to throw it in a div and use one of our flux classes. New class equals flux center column, and then I'll throw it in the center. We can go ahead and also just grab our text from the other project and just grab those and just go through it. And nothing real new to learn here. It's paragraph. What it's a paragraph with a span, rainbow text. Nothing new there. Just go ahead and throw that in there. And there we go. Okay, let's try to quickly fix this because we'll need to take a screenshot of that to work with. It can't be fugly. Let's go fix it. Where are you? Here. Yeah, how the heck did that happen? So we have an ID of M4A. I guess we just want to scoot it. Let's see, is it a zoom thing? No, it's just really off. Okay. Let's adjust this. Not as much margin on the left. Too much. Is that perfect? Okay, I think that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough to work with at least. Okay, I fixed the banner. The M's supposed to be over the O, not the T. Okay, so now we have this. We can zoom in as far as we can go, and we can take a screenshot of this. And we'll try to get both of them because they'll be two separate SVGs because we won't be swapping the color this time. Redoing this, I just had to make sure I was doing it right off screen, but yeah. We'll be able to get them crop them exactly the same, but try to get mostly the same. We got this one, crop it, save it. Over that, can swap our color. this one. There's actually something that I noticed about this, because this is not as white as this is, and it's kind of built in that way. We have to do something about the ion dark because it's not the whitest white. So if we come here and we want to change our ion dark, we can do ion color dark, just to make sure it's working. We can put in some weird color like green, which won't actually work by itself. We actually have to, because it's for all of these ion colors, it's already been done. We have to say it's important. Please listen. You can say important. Now I show that it's working. So we want this to be the lightest white, which would be all Fs, 6 Fs. Okay. Yeah. And there we go. Okay. Cool. So not sure if you could tell. Let's see how white it is now, but if we get rid of it, it changed a little bit. It was slightly gray, so that was that and this and everything else. So it didn't seem like it was affecting our banner at least, but yeah. Yeah, just noticing that. So now we gotta get this one. Take a screenshot. Um, Back to what we're doing. Go paste this in. Get this one now. Private. Save it as our white Star Wolf banner. Okay, so we can use our PNG to SVG tool, this online free one. Go ahead and drag the banner in. So the way that we get that effect, it was actually an accident the very first time that I did it, sort of stumbled onto it, but yeah, and it wasn't even this way, but this seems like the best way to do it is just to come straight here, and we can just leave in all these extra colors, because that seems to be what causes that sparkle effect. And we got to get rid of the background, which is this gray color. We just delete that color, and then it's fine. Then we can download it. This is our block sparkle. And we can do the exact same thing with the white one. Throw that in. Generate it. And you can get rid of this black color. And download that one. Sparkle white wolf. Okay. It's just testing something with the second one. So now we have those. Okay, so now that we have our two SVGs, not that one, but this one. Okay, we can go ahead and get those in there. So can go over here to fancy, trying to make it similar and just name the model similar. So this will be your component, your file, to keep it dark, model star, wolf, banner, signal.vue. And I call it signal because looking at it, it kind of does make me think of the bat signal, to be honest. But yeah. Okay, so we got that. We have our template. So we can make a template. And we can go into our SVG. So the white one is for dark mode. Just edit it with Notepad++. And really, we just need to let's just grab the SVG out of it for now so that we can get it up there. Let's see, show more, because it's just one long ass line. Yeah, I really don't want it. Okay, there's a setting to make this a wrap. Okay, how do we do that? Because in here, when in the other project when we have something that's really long on the same line, it wraps. See, this is all one line. But there is a setting for that. Okay, so I had to search for that. To do it in the current window that we're in, we can just press Alt Z apparently. And if we want to do that uh, globally for the whole thing, just go to File Preferences Setting. Go ahead and set it for the whole, for all of VS Code. File Preferences Settings. Search for editor. I just search for Word or app and just turn it on. Okay. All right. So that should help us out. Cool. Okay. So looking at this one, there's stuff in here that we don't need for this to work. Definitely don't need, like this ID and this stuff is not being used. We'll just get rid of it. Don't need this. Don't need this. Just get the width and stuff. See if we can get it colored. The U boxes there. They have this, just wrapping that. Mm, this ID as well, it's not being used. Mm, way down here, shouldn't need the G, should just be able to put it in the SVG. I guess let's leave it for now. Let's some indentation going for everything, and that seems to help everything's to on itself. Okay. This is still on the path. This ID is not being used for nothing. This ID ain't being used for nothing either. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter that it's right down there. But okay, so now if we were to go ahead and take this, this is 00. But go ahead and take this and import it to our overview. I already have something. Import this. Okay, we can see anything. Okay, so now we can see it. So now we basically have an SVG component. And we can do the same thing with the other thing. So the other one will be light mode, right? Okay. We're also going to need to know, let me see, do we have that somewhere? Maybe here, in the theme button. We need to import our dark theme that we will be able to actually tell. So we're going to need that. Or get rid of this. Not going to be needing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same thing. Let's just make it one and paste it in just like we did. But I guess let's copy the name at least. And make another new file. Light mode, and this will be the block one. Go ahead and put in another template. And then go grab the other one. And go throw this in here without wrapping like we need. Put this, indent this stuff. of all of this. Okay. Okay. Is that already there? Uh, they copy the wrong one. Refresh. Oh, did I? Let me see. Not importing. Didn't change the import or what? Yep. So this should be the white one. Okay, there we go. Now we got our two different SVGs in there. Okay, so now that we have our banners in there, the way that we animate them is actually, or the way it was done at least, there's always a million ways to do things, but it's actually very similar to our rainbow text, right? Where we have a background basically, and we're clipping out the SVG and basically adding the color to the background. But if you want a more detailed explanation, you can click this video from Chris Gannon. This is where I originally learned how to do it and sort of copied it over into the project. So yeah, he can explain it way better. But yeah, so we are going to want to put a mask in here. We can take that from this other project, from our light mode one. So, and this mask will need an ID. Something that I learned the hard way is that when you have all of these different SVGs and you animate them, if you ever have one of these SVGs or more than one SVG on the same page that's animated and the IDs are the same, they interfere with each other and it causes problems. So you're gonna want unique IDs basically. So the we can go ahead and throw in a mask, save that ID on out. The point really in typing. Definitely not learning anything from this, right? Jeez. Get out of here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and throw the mask in, and the mask goes all the way down here. Still within the SVG, but there's other stuff that's under the mask. We'll throw this at the bottom of it. And the SVG will be a mask, basically. We'll have a path in it. Seems like so can just get we just make sure it's been a while. And now there's a path. The mask holds the path. And this is the end of the path right here. Okay. So we're gonna want to hold our path in there. Oh boy. To get a way to tab this over. And we'll just work one of these and then copy it over to the other one and basically replace the path. So I don't think we need G tags. We don't need any G tags around the path. The path can just be itself. So we can get rid of these G tag. And this that would have been the end of it. So this should be the end of the path. Right? And you have the D in there. Okay, but once we get the pattern and copy it over, should be fine. Yeah. Okay, we have try scooting this right on over. We don't need it. This doesn't need an ID. Okay, this is part of the path, rather. But let's scoot it back over at least. Just too much up this way and this. come this way. Not quite the same, but I guess we can just close it. We don't. Seems like it's kind of behaving like the other ones. I believe if we just did this, right, this is exactly the same, basically, but kind of like this is not even the right project, but yeah, kind of like how we're doing this. If that makes sense. Okay, but we don't have to do that. Okay. Okay, so just go ahead and close that. Close that one. And this one is different, it seems like, but mm, and we don't need the G. The G should be out of here. Save the mass lines up at least. Oh gosh, it is so ridiculously long. Okay, but once we have the format, there should be fine. It's just red at the bottom, but yeah, it would be nice if it gave me the orange color. I don't really care for that. And in this path, you see it doesn't have the fill stuff. This has fill white and stroke silver at the top, which we can just move this stuff. Go ahead and cut this stuff out of here and go throw it at the top. Just use it as well. But he's because our mask will be white, basically. Oh, it's unhappy. Now it's got more strokes and fills that it's complaining about. Oh, it's got paths inside of the paths. That's normal, right? Path, or maybe not. And it's got more of these IDs and stuff that we don't really need. But we definitely don't want to fill it with any reasonable. I mean, that'd be true. Well, no, I mean it should be filled with our color. So I think let's just get rid of the fill. Get rid of these fills and rolls. Or in the stroke. We want to close that and have a different one. I think that's fine, but it really, or at the very least, we might have to put it somewhere else. Can't see it now. Well, I mean, we're coloring it different, right? Let's just keep going. Just need to be able to reproduce this. But yeah, the SVG didn't turn out the same, but let's keep going. All right, so and we have our G element below that. And we're going to want to use the ID from the mask, which is up here, which we already have that. All right, we already have that. Okay, let's get our IG, which has a rectangle in it that has the same size parameters as the mask. Let's go ahead and copy that. Uh, mm, Where we have our pattern. So this is the animation pattern. I know that there are problems if you don't use this setting, which he explains. And it makes it look different. Let me see. I can just show that real quick, right? On this, brush this. If we got rid of that, See what this does. Users space on use. Yeah, it's got some issues. But yeah, it's all so much like magic. We have um our animation element and stuff. And for the attribute name, we have X. This is basically the dimension that we're animating. We're animating the X dimension because it's moving from left to right. You know, you could also animate the Y dimension if you wanted to. This is iteration and when it begins. If I recall correctly, I have this begin at negative. I was messing with it and it seemed like there was always a delay when it first loaded. So I just had to tell it to start a little earlier, basically where it's just sitting here and basically waiting 7 seconds of the whole animation before it would move. So by adding in that made that not happen basically. And you want to repeat this animation indefinitely. And we're just moving the X value 100%, not doing anything to the Y value. That's all this is doing. But yeah, and this is just drawing a rectangle to hold it all in, and that is our pattern. And then we have our linear gradient here. And yeah, so you have the starting exposition and the exposition that you want to end in, and that's basically saying that you're going all the way across. If it wasn't completely full, it wouldn't go all the way across, or it wouldn't cover the whole thing and look weird like this. And these are basically saying, like, as we're moving here and at the X percent, what color we would want in here. And basically, this is all the gray color, and we have just in the middle, we have our black color. So I mean, you could change this. So you can see if we change this to like red here. But yeah, obviously or maybe not obviously, but the reason that we're using these E's is because that's the color of the background, and that is what makes it look invisible. And so we just have the one line that has black, and that is what makes it appear as it's moving through. We could change this one to blue. So that's basically how this is working. Okay, so can Control Z undo that. I think this is I mean, I think that's a good enough sort of explanation. I mean, there's some other options and stuff, but I'm not really sure what all the options are. But yeah, yeah, that's basically how this is working. So I think that that is good enough. That should just be okay to copy the rest of this stuff and don't have to waste any more of anybody's time. I'll change these sizes right to match the size of the avatar. I think the 400 was the same, wasn't it? It's 400 and 156. I'll just do a replacement. Pretty sure they all have to be the same. So you can highlight this, Control H, Control V to paste the thing we copied. Thing I just copied. Okay, so I think there might still be something wrong though. Let's see what's. Oh no, it's working. Cool. Great. And it's got the sparklies in it. Although it doesn't quite look exactly the same, it still has the same effect at least. Okay, for the size, uh, man, there's too many damn tabs. For the size, just have some class in here. This one, ignore this. This is back when I was young. I'll break it so that I remember to update it later. Uh, We come in here, go to our overview. We I should have just copied the whole style. Scoped, keep that in there, throw that in there. Let's make it a class because we'll have two of them. And we can't just put this on here. Don't we need like a div? I thought I didn't like that. Guess not. Okay. Uh, Light mode class equals spanner. That not quite tall enough. Hmm. Well, I wonder what the other one will look like. Because I think I like. Yeah, I broke it. I think I like this one better. Because of course, shit just can't look exactly the same. Because that would have been too easy. But I think it needs to be slightly taller. Um, I'm not sure. We might have to actually edit that in here. Let me see. The view box. What if this was 170? 170. I think this also has to be 170. And I'm in the wrong one. Of course, I'm in the wrong one. 70. There we go. Now you can see it. Doesn't seem like I need to update all of them, but yeah, that is basically it. I'm gonna just Control H, replace them all, make it 170. Not too tall, right? Might be. Don't want like too much, basically margin at the bottom of it. Replace this 170 with a 160. But oh man, I don't want to replace all these. That would be horrible. Okay, so let's try. Let's try. Oh, no. Well, let me see. Do all of them have quotation marks on it? You definitely want to be careful with that. Let's just replace 170 with a quote on the back of it, and that might be safer so we don't end up uh fucking up stuff in here. Okay, a little better, I guess. But yeah, no, that's it. So now we can just let's just go ahead and copy this whole thing, throw it into the dark mode one, and then we'll come back in here and replace it with what's in there, basically. So if we come in here, that'll be the white one, and we will need to copy the path all the way. Let's just go here where it says D equals and jump on down, and we'll copy this. And we will replace that inside of our dark mode one. D equals, and we'll do this for the rest of them, and it'll make it easier going for. Although we have to replace some of these colors, right? It won't work. Won't work right. Okay, that's complaining. What did I do? Is it? Boom. I don't even see this red line. So that's basically all we have to do. Okay, we don't need these. We're not filling in any colors, right? This thing is just supposed to be white. For this, it was a wall. Need an extra space there. Okay, so now we have it there, and it's white, black, and we can basically just flip the colors. So we'll replace. I'll just put some marks here. We'll replace all of these with zeros. Copy. Put that in 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this one should be 6 E's. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. For these slashes. refresh that. Or did I? Oh, I might have said this already, but when you have more than one SVG being displayed at the same time, which we won't have them both being displayed, but if they have the same IDs and stuff, they'll override each other, so we don't want to do that. So everyone that says light mode, let's replace that with dark mode. Dark, place all those. Refresh. Still not white. Okay, apparently I just had to switch it. So when we switch it, it works properly. Or when we switch to dark mode, it worked properly. So now they're working independently of each other. So yeah, that's working good now. And we just need to control when they can be seen. And we need to make this one bigger, right? So we would I thought I already put that on. Oh, I guess I didn't put this class on here. Right. Let's see. And it still doesn't sparkle as good, right? No, I feel like I still like this one better. Yeah, I might end up still using these, but this was the principle at least, right? And anyway, we would dark mode, we VF um equals dark game that value, right? Is that what it is? Oh, yep, that value. And the other one, we would only be showing it if not that. Okay, so that's basically it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the ones that I did originally since I think they turned out better for some reason. Yeah. If I had seen this first, I wouldn't feel that way about it. But yeah. So that's basically it for getting this section to work, at least with the banner. And we can get rid of this HTML one. And definitely don't want to delete the component itself since it'll come in handy later. Okay, so now that we have our wolf banner signal, more or less anyway, we can go ahead and quickly get our, wait, no, it's on the same page, our CEO signal, or just a single wolf banner signal, and the rainbow one. This is text that has rainbow on it, but yeah, you can go ahead and quickly get those, and it should be pretty easy copying and pasting and putting in the SVG and just replacing the color. So, okay, so for this one over here, we need two more. I think it's just the same name without banner in it, huh? Yeah. Okay, so rename, we'll copy it. New file, same thing without banner. There's no banner on it. It's the same thing. Or I should just copy this and rename it, paste that in, rename this one to jar, except we already know that the dark one should have the same colors from the banner, so we can just go ahead and copy in these colors. Wait, why is this? Okay, whatever. I'll just copy the whole thing out of here, paste it into here, copy everything from the light on out of the banner, this into this one. Okay, and all we have to do is just replace the SVG path in here, and then we can just throw it in. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get our Star Wolf signal on the CEO page. We can just go ahead and start by renaming some of these IDs so they don't become problematic later, where it says banner light mode, we'll just replace that with CEO light mode. CEO. And we'll do the same thing for the dark one. Dark. Keep the surprises away. Okay, so we have that. Now we can go ahead and let's just go ahead and import it now. Get rid of a bunch of the stuff. It's just making things harder. The CEO page is here. We can, I guess we'll, treat it basically the same, just like that. So, uh, and you might notice that in the main project on the overview, I just have the banner text commented out, still imported. Might probably just gonna leave it like it is, but yeah. Okay, so we need to import this stuff onto our CEO page. Like that. For just a second. I think I might have, did I do that in the wrong place? Where did I just? No, okay, no, I did. I did put that here. Okay. Okay. And keep clicking on the wrong thing. I got that here. Just go ahead and I don't think we need that per se, but go ahead and put that in there. I think this is supposed to, isn't it supposed to be the same? Supposed to be like at the top and the bottom, right? Yeah, top and bottom. Kind of like the other one. Well, just for now, let's just throw it in there. Okay. So now we see that, but this is not exactly what we want. What we want is, let's see, the Star Wolf. Okay, let's go copy this path. I think it's easier to go to the front because when you highlight stuff and then jump down, it throws you all the way to the back. So it's better to start copying it from the front. And we want this path right here, d equals, and move down, and we'll grab this. So now we got that. Come back to this one. Let's do light mode first. This whole signal, and we will replace this d equals. Okay. Like that. There's no quote. Why not? This thing I didn't grab. Didn't grab a quote. Wonder why this one actually managed to be orange. I guess maybe because there's another path in between, which the other one didn't have. Let me see. We look for that. If we just hit enter, seems like that's all it. Should have more fills in here that we definitely don't need, I don't think. Right. Mm. This just needed to be here. See that mess up the dark mode one. Oh, well, that at least got us some color back. Bothers me a little bit, but I'm sure if we mess with it enough, it would eventually come back. Is that because there was another path in there hiding? Yeah, another path in there hiding. I guess this isn't super important, but I already know it's not exactly the same. Stop wasting time with that. Okay. Um, I thought I replaced that, didn't I? No, dang not. Oh, right, I need to import a different one, right? So instead of that, we want not the banner, but just the wolf signal. Okay. Okay, it seems like it's working. Uh, oh, this is way slower. So we can make it faster just by adjusting the duration. Let's go see what is the actual view on this. It's 400 by 478 says. Let's go ahead and try replacing that. Come here, light mode wolf signal, and we'll replace this 160 with that. Clock. This one as well. Wait. Oh, boy. I think we might have replaced way too much again. So let's replace this with a quote. Let's not make that mistake again. So that, yeah, I'm replacing 5, not 47. It was asking for trouble. Okay. So get this. Okay, there we go. Now that we can actually see it. So if you want it to be faster, all we have to do is just mess with the duration. Let's see what duration did I use previously. 2 seconds and negative 1.9 seconds to make it start earlier instead of 7 seconds. I think is what we're doing. So light mode, she only lasts for 2 seconds, negative 1.9, and get faster. There we go. Now that was so much easier, wasn't it? And then we'll go ahead and throw this one into the dark mode one. Are we already good? Now, um, I think that we can just use the same path that we used. Well, it's not nearly as long. Light mode, I'm in the wrong project. So we got light mode, come here, go ahead and grab this. Go to our dark mode, and grab this. Okay. There we go. So that takes care of that. So we can do the same thing, but we want to get the rainbow one, right? So let's copy this light mode one, paste it in there, rename it to the rainbow Star Wolf. Don't say signal this time. Just call it the Rainbow Star Wolf. Should be basically the same except for the colors and maybe the duration. Let's see what we did. Rainbow Star Wolf. We're using these colors. It's okay, the duration's the same. Not nearly as many different places for it, but we'll just throw these in there. Rainbow Star Wolf. Instead of CEO light mode, we'll just say, what did we say, rainbow? Rainbow Star Wolf. I will copy this, come back here, Control H this, Control D paste, walk. Okay, and this will go on the stats page. So this should be fairly easy. As long as I find it. So our stats page. We don't need as much. I definitely have to import it. Okay. And grab this. Now this is our Rainbow Star Wolf. rainbow star wall. And none of this. Do need it to be big enough. Hmm. Seems like we don't need this class. You need the VFs. Alright, but seems like the CEO's fine. As far as size, it just has the size that it was. Yeah, might need to adjust it as it gets to make it smaller. The screen gets smaller, but okay. So stats page, Rainbow Star Wolf. This Rainbow Star Wolf. There is no previous or next. There's no theme needed. Just need this. Rainbow Star Wolf. No class of banner. Okay. Okay. And that is it for all of those. Cool. Okay, so we still didn't get to our flashing SVGs, but yeah, we're already approaching an hour, so we'll have to cover that next time. And you can also cover our audio and our flashing SVGs, so we can do that next. So I will see you in the next video.